y amigos, Cazateatro and friends. And today we really have a wonderful friend that we've been doing crazy things. And the worst part is she always follows and say yes to it. So I want to welcome Kathy Dumlao. I see it right. Kathy Dumlao from Memphis Brooks Museum or Arts. Maybe you friends know that every year for the last 3 years, almost four, but this year we had that wonderful parade. Guess what? Tati was the person who said, yes, let's do it. Let's see what happens. Well, let's see what happened. This is the 4th year that, thanks to the Brooks, we're going to have a parade. A little different this year, but we're going to have it. Kathy, welcome. Gracias. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm delighted to be here.
Kathy, I'm going to ask you, why you say yes to these two crazy ladies who came to you and say, you know what, Kathy, let's have a parade, a Day of the Dead parade here at the Brooks, and then let's have a festival. Why?
Well, I mean, we've been working together for a number of years. We had done some Day of the Dead programming for several years before the parade. So it was an easy sell when you contacted us and said, hey, let's do this wacky thing. I love a good wacky thing. And 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 listen, working with Cazateatro, the two of you and Dorimar are just, I don't even have the words. Y'all are the best, the absolute best partners. And we just could not have asked for a better partnership. And so, most people asking me to do this kind of wacky thing, I might have said, I don't know. But I trust y'all so much. And it's such a joy to work with you. I knew it was going to be a success.
Thank you. And that the reason we also asked it was because of that the Brooks Museum has been so open, especially to this tradition of the Day of the Dead. So we know they welcome the Latino community. They want to get close, and that's something that we really really like about the Brooks, and also about you, that you're willing to do these things, to work with not just with Casa Teatro but the whole community, because putting together this parade and festival is not easy. Maybe you don't know, my friends, but Dorimar and I, we take care of the part of the parade, and Kathy is the brain of the festival. She's the one who takes care of things in the festival, like at the crafts, those beautiful things that your kids can do when they're right there, and especially the helping that everything goes smoothly. Smoothie, no, the smoothest they drink. Smooth. So, thank
Well, I think you're being modest and giving me too much credit. I would say that it's been a good partnership. Monica and Dorimar, both of you work so hard to help make sure we have all the pieces in place and everything's so planned out. We meet regularly for a year, preparing for all the different aspects of the parade and the festival. And this year's no different. We've been talking since I think February or March about wanting to make sure that we do something this year. And actually, I take that back. We had already begun plans for this year's festival and parade before the pandemic hit. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a great partnership, and we could not. I mean, I just don't even imagine how we could do it without the two of you. Y'all are rock stars. Casa Teatro rocks.
for the first year when we did the parade, when we did the festival, with all these people who came to the museum, and it was more people than what we expect. Uh,
Yes.
Having a call from you and say, let's start planning next year. Let's start thinking about next year. It was like, really? After all these people that came to the museum and all this happened, you really want us back? It was really excited. It was,
Aw.
how
Well,
how make us feel, because like you say, we always try to work that not just the people that comes to the events have a good time and enjoy, but also the people we collaborate, the organizations, the places, they also have a good, they have a good time, and like did it that time call us or let us go back again and have it one more time, because some people might say these two crazy ladies, no, or that's enough. So we're really
Listen, it's my favorite time of year. I look forward to this every year, and I can't imagine us not doing it. I mean, this year obviously is going to have to be different. It's going to have to look a little different and sound a little different. But it was never an option to not try to do something. And so, we're going to make it work, and it's going to be awesome. And we'll look forward to the next year when we can be back in person again, hopefully. But I think this year is going to be awesome. You and Doramar came up with a brilliant plan, and I can't wait to see it come together. It's going to be awesome.
I think with everything that's going on right now with COVID-19 and everything that's really happening at this moment everywhere, we need things like this. We need the
Totally agree.
We need to create, and we need a way to to get out of the bubble of COVID. And now people have to add all the election stuff and school stuff, and you get a lot of stuff going on, and you're like, let me breathe. So I think
well, and one of the things that's so cool about this to me is that this holiday has such a long tradition. And I would say our world, like you were saying, everything's different. Everything's turned upside down. Everything is in flux, and there's so much unknown. But I think this is part of the reason why human beings have tradition and hold on to their culture and hold on to the things that they celebrate. Because even in the midst of all this craziness, there is that consistency of having these holidays and having these special times that you gather with friends and you celebrate art and culture. I mean, I think we need it. Like you said, we need it now more than ever.
and something that Dorimar always say, and I like what she says, we have to adapt. I like the word that she used. We have to adapt. We have to adapt to the situation. There is no way we have a regular parade. We're gonna explain in a few minutes, my friend, because maybe you say you're gonna have it, but you're not gonna have it. So people are driving you crazy. But I think she's really right in this part. We have to adapt. We have to,
yes,
because if we're not doing it, there's no way we can progress, and also we can continue our mission. Our mission, Cazateatro mission, is still being building the bridge between cultures. And the best part again is that you're still saying yes. Which is totally different. It wasn't the option that we offered the first time in the last couple of years. We changed it totally, and you say, yeah, let's try to do it. I think we're grateful for you and for the Brooks for saying let's try it. I know many things still, like in a high rock, because we don't know how it's going to happen. But at least have the opportunity to offer something at this moment to the community. Do you want to explain what we're going to do so that people know?
Yes. So normally the parade starts in Overton Square and winds through the neighborhoods in Midtown, and then ends at the Brooks Museum in Overton Park. And we have music and food trucks and art making and dance, and it's very festive and fun and colorful and exciting. And we have altars, and it's just a good time. So obviously this year, the past year, I think we had between 3,000 and 4,000 people who came to the event. So obviously we can't do an event for 3,000 people this year. So what Doramar and Monica conceived, and I'm all about, is doing what I've been calling a reverse parade. So I would say for those who are from Memphis or currently live in Memphis, think Shelby Farms, think Starry Nights. So instead of the parade going through, the community, you will be the one driving through our event. That's why I've been calling it a reverse parade. So we'll have stations in different parts of Overton Park. There'll be a little route, and we're going to make it as engaging and interactive as possible. We're going to have art making kits that families can pick up and do at home. We'll have lots of information about what the Day of the Dead is for people who may not have heard of Dia de los Muertos. We'll have music. We'll have dancers. It'll just be you moving instead of the parade moving.
Mhm.
So a
That-
socially distanced parade. How's that?
Yeah, that totally. That is true. We have also because we still to have to follow all these rules, if you want to call it that way.
Yes.
Uh, we might have to have people that is still wearing their mask, and even when they're in the same thing, they're gonna have to have social distance. They're
Yeah.
gonna Germans, we're gonna have a station where the people can wash their hands.
Yes.
But you have to stay in your car most of the time.
Yeah.
And really, that's the best way you're gonna be able to enjoy the reverse parade.
Yes. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I really think I have to say that I have been surprised at how much people have enjoyed our virtual programming at the museum. You know, they've been really willing to, as you said, adapt under the circumstances and to do, you know, something online that you would normally do in person. And so I can't help but think that this reverse parade will give people a chance to get out of their houses. We could all use that, a change of scenery. And you know, it's not the same, but I think it's going to be so fun. It's going to be so festive, and people are going to have a great time. You know, we need to make sure we're protecting people and keeping both, you know, the volunteers and the performers and the guests safe. But I think this is a genius solution to make sure that we have a really fun event and really honor the tradition of Day of the Dead and honor the art that comes from that culture and from the holiday, and still make it really fun.
And like I say, I repeat again, we have to adapt. We have to make a little changes. Maybe next year it will be different. We're going back to a regular traditional parade and our wonderful festival, because that's something that everybody enjoys, to stay and spend some time at the Brooks.
Yeah.
Visiting eating from a taco truck and going inside of the museum, because I still know, you know, I have people they haven't been inside of the museum, and well, next year might be, we're hoping everything is different. This year, Dorimar said something before to me. I said we have to have it. We have to have it. We have to be constant with this kind of events that we have. You know, we're gonna have a Latin Fest, but it's also different. We're gonna have it virtual,
right,
in September, and we're gonna have it for 15 days, from September the 15th to the 30th, and we change it from one day to have it on Overton Square to have it 15 days, and we have to change also the parade. We have to do it in a different way, and they still offer this tradition that we start making here in the city, in Memphis. So it's gonna be a little different, but it still have the flavor of the Day of the Dead.
For sure. Absolutely. I think it's going to be awesome.
Can I ask you something? After we have all these things, after the parade and after everything is done, after we clean the last table and we say, let's go home already. When you get home, what do you think? What comes to your mind? Like, should I do this again with this situation? Should I say thank you, but no?
Usually the night of, I am exhausted. You know, I want to have something to eat and put my feet up, you know, maybe have something to drink and then just relax. But, you know, I think all of it is just sort of riding, you know, the high, really. It's such a joy. I mean, it really is such a fun experience. I'm telling you, it's my favorite thing that we do at the museum every year. I just look forward to it so much. Nothing gives me more joy than to see people all over the plaza of the museum, all through the park, all down the streets of the parade, engaging with art, engaging with these different cultures. Maybe it's a familiar culture, maybe it's a different culture, and really learning and sharing, like being together. I know that's the part that we'll miss this year, but it's for me, I think the joy of seeing people and being together and, celebrating all this art, I love it. It makes me so happy. So yeah, I might be exhausted. And actually this past year I got so sick. So the parade was on Saturday and I was in the doctor's office on Sunday.
Oh my God. Yeah.
But, I was smiling the whole time, I promise. It was just, yeah, it's so much fun.
I remember the first year when we did it, we didn't have too many people through the parade, on the streets, because it was the first year.
Yeah.
What surprised me and put me with the mouth open, it was when we crossed Poplar to the entrance to the Overton Park. All these people waiting. All these people, they are standing and waiting for the parade.
Yep.
It was really overwhelming.
Yep. There were people who showed up at the museum that morning at like 9:30. And the parade wasn't even scheduled to be at the museum until I think noon. We were still setting up and putting up tents and getting the sound system together. And there's all these people. We're like, what are you doing? So yeah, they were really excited. They were ready for the parade. They didn't want to wait.
Something they also were grateful when we did this partnership with the Brooks, with you, is that you introduce us with other people who also are at Overton Park, the people from the Levy Shale. Because my friend, let me tell you, it's not like they just give us the permission to do the parade and that's it. No. This is a community. This is a lot of people. The people that from the zoo, the people from Levy Shale, the people from the golf course. So we, as a neighbors, we have to talk each other and say,
yes,
let's do this, but let's do it in a way that everybody's happy, because this is hard.
And I have to tell you, though, every one of the other organizations that are in the park, the zoo, the Levitt Shell, the golf course, obviously Overton Park Conservancy, Memphis College of Art is not with us anymore, but for the past several years, each and every one of those organizations has been 100% behind us. They have just, loved this program. I would say the first year they were a little like, what are y'all doing closing down over, why are you closing Poplar Avenue? What are you trying to do? But once they saw how amazing it was, they love it as much as we love it. I'm really grateful that we've got that good support from all the other organizations that, live in the park, like the Brooks lives in the park, because they don't have to be. I mean, all of us are trying to, do our own work. But they have just been really generous and great, excited, good partners.
Exactly. That's the best part. And also it gives the opportunity to people who maybe hasn't been there.
Yeah.
They come to the parade and they say, look, the zoo's just right here. Let's go that way. Oh, they have the Levy Shell, what it is. Oh, they have concerts.
Yeah, it's true.
So, and they say, well, I hear rumors that maybe the Metal Museum is going to be the one who go to the building with the College of Arts.
Yes.
So I don't know. Maybe next couple of years we have also somebody from the Metal Museum.
Yes.
Part of the parade. So
I guarantee they'd love to be involved for sure. Yeah, I don't know when they're going to move in, but I think that is a done deal. So that's exciting.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It really it is. So we're really excited, but tell me one thing, Kathy. With all these things that we've been doing around, with all the traditions, what else would you like to see from our community to happen at the museum? What else do you want from the Latino community, if you want to say it?
Well, I mean, I think what I would really like is for there to be more Latino people coming to the museum. I feel like the museum is open for everyone, and it would just be, it would make me very happy to know that the entire community feels comfortable coming to the museum and that they have things to see and do and enjoy when they come to the museum. I would say, the Day of the Dead is probably my favorite thing that we do every year, but we do also have other community days that are free and open to the public that include art making and music and other kinds of performances. And I would love for people to come and participate and enjoy those things. We don't have as many Latinx exhibitions as I think I'd like for us to have. But I will say right now, we have an exhibition on view that's all Native American artwork. So it's actually contemporary Native American artwork. So it's all pieces that were made since 1950, and it's from different Native cultures from all over the United States. But it's a really interesting show, and I think there's something there for everyone. So I guess I'm mentioning that to say that the museum is trying very hard to be inclusive. I think we have a lot of work to do in that regard, but I would say it is. We talk about it a lot, and we need to do more. But I would say to just let people know that we really are open. We really do want people to come and enjoy the museum and to see themselves in the museum. So I don't know. I mean, I think that's the number one thing that comes to mind for me is that I would really like for us to be able to serve the community. So the whole community, not just a certain section of the community.
I think that's something that we also always want to be open to all the communities,
Yeah.
everybody. We always say that everyone is welcome, and everybody is. If you're willing to learn from another culture, well,
Yeah.
do this.
Yes.
We're a little crazy, but not that kind of crazy. So come on and enjoy the cuckoo-ness. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the museum's mission is to enrich the lives of our diverse community, and we really mean that. I think we don't maybe always put it into practice in the way that perhaps, we could or should, but it really is our mission. And I mean, I think it's something that we work toward every day, that we really do want to enrich the lives of our community, the whole community. So yeah, I hope people will come check it out. We are open.
exactly. Now, something that we usually do also when we're getting ready for the Day of the Dead Parade Festival, we have workshops. We do
Yes.
workshops. And I think we were talking about still having workshops, even
Yes.
in this way, like
Yes.
virtual, because we really think it's very important.
For
Mm,
sure.
have it for especially the teachers. I think the teachers are enjoying this more than anybody. I have
It's
so much
true.
fun when the teachers come to the workshop, and even they have to make those little crafts that Mary tried. Mary, un beso, Mary. Hi, I hope you're this. Uh, and it's so much fun to see what they can do with their kids when they go back to the classroom and say, "I'm gonna start doing this little
Yes.
rock is gonna start being a sugar skull." Okay, excellent. So
Yes. Yeah, I think we still want to do teacher workshops this year, and I definitely think we want to work with you guys to do a Day of the Dead teacher workshop. It's one of the most popular teacher workshops that we offer, and honestly, the Zoom platform and you mentioned my colleague Mary Webster. She has learned Teams so that she can do school programs. So we can do Teams, we can do Zoom, and yes, I think we should definitely do some workshops this year, and we'd love to work with you guys.
yeah, we would like to do that, keep doing that. So that people don't say, "Oh, you didn't have the workshop this year, and I really want to do it." Well, you still have the chance to enjoy it and be part of it.
Yeah, and teachers at this point have also gotten to become masters of Zoom. We've all we've all done everything on Zoom since March. So we're getting past the technology hurdle.
Let me tell you somebody that Dorimar is in the waiting room, but she's the one who's been mastered this whole thing. And she said, "Look, I can put this, I can do that, I can share it. At the first time, it was how we do it. What
Yeah.
do I push? What did I do? But now, at least she starts saying, "Oh, I can have this graphic in here." I'm still learning, but she's like, "Yeah, let's put the logos, let's put this, let's share it with these other groups." So you have
Yeah.
to adapt, and you have to learn, and if you want to keep working, if you want to keep sharing, this is what we have to do. We have
Yeah.
to. Uh-huh.
Well, I just keep saying at work, I hope that we learn some stuff from all of this and then apply that when it's over. Because I think, we never thought we would ever do virtual programming. We just thought that there wouldn't be money or time or energy to invest. But, we were thrown into the virtual world just like everybody else. And I mean, I really think this is something that we'll keep doing once the world opens back up and things go back to normal, whatever that is. I really hope that we'll take some of the things that we've learned and continue to apply them in our programming and in our work, our daily work after the pandemic is behind us.
Well, with Cazateatro, for example, the best part of this whole virtual thing is that we've been able to reach a lot of people that for some reason they were unable to go to our place
Yeah.
uh, for X reasons. It was far, they didn't know, they didn't feel comfortable to go to the theater maybe, but they're watching what we're doing. They're watching this kind of program. They're watching
Yeah.
La Abuela. They're watching the flavors of the Latino culture. So we know there are people start learning more about Cazateatro, and I think
Yeah.
happened with the Brooks. Maybe some people who wasn't be able to go or been there for X reason, they're gonna be able to see what's going
Yeah.
on.
It's true. Yeah, it's definitely true. Yeah, we had a figure drawing program back in May or June that we did on Zoom. So we had a PowerPoint that we shared on Zoom that was photographs of our model that she had taken in her garden. And one of the people that signed up to participate lives in California. I mean,
Oh,
she couldn't have come to the museum, to participate, but she could participate from California, from her, her comfort of her living room. So it's true, we're able to engage people in ways and in places that we wouldn't have been able to do before. So it's,
exactly.
that's been kind of one of the silver linings maybe of this experience.
Yeah. Somebody told me, let's look for the bright side of the pandemic. After I kicked his butt, I said, this is not really the nice stuff. Let's try. Let's try. And that's the best thing. That you connect with people that maybe you weren't able to do it. Maybe you were not unable to get close or have a conversation like this. And this this is the new normal.
It's true.
Zoom meetings, Zoom broadcastings, all that kind of stuff that you can do using the virtual thing is welcome. It's welcome.
Yeah. Well, think about it. We wouldn't be having this conversation right now if it was normal times. And so I love it. It's a great chance to catch up with you. I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, I know, I know. It's just been kind of something that you don't know, my friends. Usually, when we prepare to do the parade, we have meetings almost every month. This time it's been Dorman's the one who's been in charge to go to the meetings and talk to Kathy because also the social distancing. So we have to kind of just do it
Yeah.
quick and the one on one. But uh, what the people sometimes they don't know is all the preparation before the festival, before the parade. So there's it's not like we maybe the first year it was the year that we did something in a short period of time. And
Right.
we're praying that everything goes well. Is that well? Oh, thank you. And one of the things right now is we know that we have to do the best way to do it is with time prepare, especially because we had to have meetings even with the police to be sure
Yeah.
that the people who's going to close the streets, and we have these permits and the weird. It was to decide to do the parade. It was also a learning process. Dorimar come to me and say, "We have to get this paperwork. We have to do this. We have to do that." And I say, "We want a parade, don't we?" So we learn a lot of things about it.
It's a lot of work. I mean, there's a lot of work and a lot of planning and a lot of preparation that goes into it. And I have to say, I always tell the girls that work with me in the office, the women that work with me in the office, you know, we have to plan and we have to be prepared, but we also have to be flexible because something's always going to go wrong. And I mean, I don't know that anything's gone terribly wrong with Day of the Dead. I think it's always been an amazing, flawless. Y'all just have a magic touch. I don't know what that is. The Midas touch.
I don't know. It's been. I think. I think. Let's not jinx it. Let's not say.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna knock on my table here. Knock on wood.
Okay. I think it's been good. It's been good that people it's been enjoying so much that there is no way there's something happened. I think the worst thing that happened it was we had this bus taking people from the museum to Overton Square where they left their trucks, and people want to leave later, but it was over. The bus it was already done. It was like, no, ladies, there's no bus. So guess what? We have to walk all the way. But I think that was the worst thing that happened until now. Nothing major. Police. I remember the first year the police even called Dorima and say, "You did a great job."
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah, amazing. They have been incredibly supportive of this program. I mean, last year, you know, they set up an altar that they put together, you know, for fallen police officers. And a couple of the officers walked in the parade and put on the skull face painting. I mean, I was really impressed. I thought that was pretty cool.
I think we've been lucky having not just the police, but other vendors and organizations who decide to be part of the festival. All the sport from Shelby County schools.
Amazing.
You know, last year we have more schools being part of it. You see all those little kids with their face paint. Some of the kids were butterflies, monarcha. So it was good. It was really, really, really good. We love it when the people get involved, when the people do more. So that's the thing. So that's why we're doing the reverse parade. So, so you have to come and see it. So you have to come and see it because it's not a regular parade, but it's still.
Yes. It's still a celebration.
Exactly. That's the thing. Maybe we can do something. I was thinking, but I'm not going to say anything because Dorima, then she pulled my ears. Well, she can do it right now because she's far away. Maybe we can do something for Navidad when we do the 12 days of Navidad.
Yeah. I'm interested. Go ahead.
Something. We're gonna be there in a couple of days taking pictures outside of the Brooks with families. We want to have families taking their pictures, Latino families, and so we use those pictures in our Latin Fest. So we're gonna have all these people coming and enjoy at least outside and taking pictures and know the museum. If you want to open the door, we can do that and go inside. And
they can listen. The museum is open. People should come inside. Y'all should come in. Come take the pictures and then come check out the exhibitions that we've got open.
Okay, this is recorded, so this is gonna stay there forever. So, this is recorded. No, we are really. When Dorima said we're gonna have the Brooks,
I'm here.
Hi.
I'm here. I'm here. Kathy, thank you so much. Always you are there for us and you support Cazateatro for all these years. The museum is open. What time? What is the process right now? Because I
Okay.
want it's an opportunity for the community to do something in social distance, to go out, to enjoy. They can do, something safe if they
Yes.
want to visit the museum.
So we are open Wednesday through Sunday. Our hours are a little different each day, but Wednesday we're open from 10 to 8. Thursday and Friday we're open 10 to 4. Saturday we're open 10 to 5. And Sunday we're open 11 to 5. I know that's very confusing, but it's on our website, which is brooksmuseum.org. Right now, we are asking people to register in advance before they come. But if they don't, it's okay. We'll still let them in. We still want people to come in.
Okay.
So if you go to our homepage, brooksmuseum.org, there's a link on the homepage to register for your visit. Admission right now is pay what you can through the month of August. So there's no set admission fee. You can pay that online or you can make a donation when you come to the museum if you have cash. But we've got all kinds of safety protocols in place. We are asking people to wear a mask.
That's what I'm gonna ask if they have.
Yeah, it's very important. I mean, I think we're both following the city's guidelines and following the mask mandate, if that's the right word, but also wanting to make sure that we keep our visitors and our staff, safe. We do have disposable masks if people don't have one, but I think at this point, most people have a whole collection of masks. So yeah. Maybe we should make some Day of the Dead masks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some skeleton masks.
Yeah, because
Anyway, so you have to wear your mask, but we have hand sanitizer stations set up in various places around the museum, and we've got a barrier at the admissions desk, a little plexiglass barrier to keep the admissions staff separate from the visitors. But yeah, the museum is open, and I should clarify and say right now our permanent collection galleries are still closed. But we have that special exhibition I told you about, the Native Voices exhibition of contemporary Native American artwork. And then we have an installation in the rotunda by an artist named Evie Day that's all opera costumes. That's pretty interesting.
yeah, they are beautiful.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Beautiful.
So those two shows are on view right now, and we believe we'll have some permanent collection galleries open this month. If it's not in August, we'll do it in September. But so yeah, come out. It's like I said, pay what you can. Anybody's welcome to come during the hours that we're open. Like I said, the permanent collection galleries are closed and the cafe and store are closed, but we also hope those will open up soon. So anyway, yeah, come out, come visit.
Okay. Well, you see, my friends, if you want to take the kids out because they've been inside the house for too long, the museum, is a good choice to go and enjoy everything that is there.
Yeah,
Dresses, like Dormar said, they're lovely. They're lovely.
they're really beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite one is so these are all costumes that were used in operas in the New York City Opera. And they commissioned this artist to make art from the costumes that they weren't going to use anymore. And my favorite one, they're all beautiful. Carmen is really beautiful. I like that one. But the one from Cinderella is neat because it's both the peasant and the princess. And I think they're beautiful. Yeah. So come check it out.
Silence.
No, I said to you. Yeah, it's important, right now I think so the 50 or 80% of the students will be at home. They have the opportunity to do something, after school, at the weekend.
Yeah, and I should, since you mentioned school, I should also say that we are going to be offering virtual tours. So I mentioned you guys know Mary Webster, my coworker. She has been working nonstop trying to figure out how to do Zoom and Teams, and she has put together a really awesome program of virtual tours using the collection, so images from our permanent collection. But she's also got art making. So this is for school groups, and obviously admission is free. So we're working with Arts Memphis to try to figure out the best approach to get the word out to all the different districts about what we have to offer. But eventually we'll get it up on our website, and I think it'll be on the Arts Memphis website, and then it should be on all the districts' pages too. But I hope that parents, will talk to their teachers, their kids' teachers about some of these great cultural opportunities that are going to be out in the community when kids can't take traditional field trips. They can do virtual field trips. And one just quick anecdote, I will say that Mary's been practicing, and she did a virtual field trip with a daycare center a couple of weeks ago. Some kids that were, together, and the museum has been so quiet. We've been closed for so long. And I was at the museum that day doing some work, and I could hear her in the office behind me. And I could hear all the little voices of the kids coming through the computer, because they would come up to their computer and they'd show her the artwork that they had made. And, they were answering questions about the things that she was talking to them about. And it just, it was, I missed the sound of the kids' voices in the museum so much. So it was really nice.
That's something people don't know. Maybe people think our museum is boring. You have not touching, not talking. Well, no. Especially for kids, they try to make it fun for them, because they have to appreciate art, but they have to have fun at the same time.
Yeah, it's got to be fun. No one's going to do it if it's not fun.
Yes, absolutely. We hope soon, in the next few months we can be together, and hug each other. I think so. I do a lot of stuff to continue educating the community. I went yesterday to the theater works to pick up our mail. And it's so, when I went there to pick up the letters, it's empty, sign, nothing. It was really.
It's hard. It's really hard.
It is.
It is. But I think that's why we all just want to hold on to any pieces of our, our normal lives. And I've just been trying to keep things as normal as possible. And I think, I hate to keep going back to the Day of the Dead, but I really feel like that's one of the benefits of this program, is that it is something that we can hold on to. That's a tradition, and that is something that we can celebrate, something we have to look forward to.
Yes, the Day of the Dead, this year, Reverse Parade, this is our 4th year. This is, I imagine that's incredible. We need, the next year will be our 5-year with it. We will do something bigger and something fun and celebrate. We hope, we will be together and hug each other and have a huge festivals and at the front of the museum. But right now we can do the Reverse Parade and be creative, the people, we will have fun and social distance with a few masks and the mask, or something related.
Yeah, I think when we're finished this call, I'm going to go online and see if I can find a skull mask.
Yeah, for the volunteers, at least for us, be there. I think so.
We can't have face painting, but we can have a skull mask.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I think all this pandemic, all this thing also is gonna make us. I hope a lot of people make us appreciate all the things we were not able to enjoy the regular way, if you want to say it, to appreciate and then enjoy it. I'm sure next year, I'm hoping next year, if we have it a regular way, we'll have more people there waiting, not just waiting for the parade, but wait, participate, to be
Yeah.
part, of the parade, of the celebration, and the
Yeah.
festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are ready, we need to be ready to use your mask, please, people, use your
Please,
mask.
people, put
Yes.
your mask. I all my stories and Facebook and Instagram is about putting your mask, please. Please put your mask. You have
Yeah,
to.
correctly here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cover
Yeah,
your
don't
nose.
have it like this, or don't have it like this, or hanging, or namas on only one ear, please, like this.
Here, please, we need, yeah, I think so. We need to work together
Yes.
to be soon together, in
Yeah.
Yeah,
virtual.
that's right. That's correct. What you say, we have to work together, to be together in the future,
For
to be
sure.
together, because for us as a Latinas, I don't know about the rest of the world, it's been so hard, especially when we see somebody. It's like,
Yeah, for me that is
it's like
it's it's crazy. That is,
we're not like that.
I don't know, the Latino people, we want to always hug and kiss and party and all that kinds,
I
we
know it's
love to
hard.
celebrate everything every weekend and every day, and we have a lot of families and parties and everything,
I
and
know.
celebrate every birthday and everything we celebrate is, and with this crazy situation, that's is crazy, that is impossible right now. That's why it's important, we need to use the mask and
It's so true. Yeah.
social
You
distance.
do.
This year, my family, so my last, well, not my last, but one of my nephews got married. He's the last grown nephew to get married. So he got married in April. They had a crazy last minute wedding. My father turned 80. My husband and I have our 20-year anniversary. My sister and her husband have their 40-year anniversary. I have twin nephews, or a niece and nephew, babies that turned 1. So many things in our family that we want to be together and celebrate and hug each other, and we're all just like everybody else, we're all apart, and it's hard.
Yes, it really is. We're
Yeah,
hoping that this thing is gonna get over as soon as you get it, and
Yeah.
help for this thing to get over.
Yeah.
Don't wait to get over. Help to get it over. Can we share the poster for the
yeah,
Dia de los Muertos, so that people can see the. Maybe we're not gonna print it because there's a lot of places who still close, or people
Right.
doesn't come to the restaurant. But ta-da! There you go. Dia de los Muertos Reverse Parade. Ooh.
There is a Facebook event that's co-hosted by Cazateatro and the Brooks Museum. So go to our page, both of our pages, find the event and mark that you're interested, because we'll post updates in the Facebook event so people know what's going on and what to expect.
Okay. Our time is almost over. I hate this part, because we're having such a good time. But before we go, tell us something that you want to share with our community, not just regarding the parade, but as part of the museum. Uh, Give us a couple of words of hope, and more than anything, hope for the future.
Well, I guess I would say that in times like this, when there's so much uncertainty and there's so much strife and challenge in the world, people always gravitate to art. I think it has been a human tradition since the beginning of time. People have expressed themselves through theater, through visual art, through music, through dance. And I would just say to the whole world that now is the time both to support these organizations. If you want them to still be around, go to your museums, patronize your theaters, support these organizations, because we want to be able to have them continue to celebrate our culture and promote the cultures around the world. And so I would also just say, take advantage of the things that are out there in the community, whether it's the Brooks Museum or Cazateatro or the other amazing organizations in Memphis. When you need a way to prop yourself up, when you're feeling down, when you're feeling frustrated, art always has a way of lifting us up. It always has a way of reminding us that we're not alone, that the things that we're going through are not new. You know, there have been these circumstances for millennia, and art always has a way of reflecting back to us the things that are good. Even if it's showing us something bad, it's still showing us that there's hope and there's possibility for change. So I guess that's my advice, is to, take advantage of your museums, take advantage of your theaters, make sure you're supporting these organizations so that you can continue to enjoy them post-pandemic.
And we'll take advantage right now of the Brooks Museum that is pay what you can, because sometimes that's one of the things that families who are big families say, well, maybe we can afford it right now, but at this moment, you can. So they're welcome everyone, and they're accepting any kind of donation that you want to provide, and in that way you will have a good time, and your kids will know a different place, and what's that?
Sorry, my.
Like, oh, your phone. I thought I have voices on my head. Well, I already have, but I keep them inside, lock it. So people, take advantage. Go to the museum. Go to the Brooks Museum and learn a little bit about the art. In what you say, I love what you say, but I think it's true. After situations like right now, the art, whatever it is, music, theater, museum, plastic painting, is always always there to help to people to get I don't want to say to get over, but to help them to survive, go away. And so let's use right now theater, and let's use right now the museum. And go what?
No, I don't know what to say. It's your dog, I think so, right?
Yeah. I've been so worried that she was going to have a meltdown while we were on this, but she's held off till right this minute. She's held there having
That's good. That's good.
It was like, you're done. I have to go out.
Thank you so much, Kathy, for being here with us today. We love Brooks. For me, it's always awesome. Go there, because now we know everyone there. Hey, it's like we are part of the family.
You are,
and it's incredible because everyone, the security, the guys, they are working outside. Everybody knows now here.
You are definitely part of the family, for sure.
Yeah, it's incredible. You have a great team, and thank you so much for always will be there for us, for open the doors for the Latino community, and
exactly.
Well, thank you.
Be community to support the culture, because that is important. You are always open to learn.
Yes.
Learn about the Latino culture and share with the community. That's really important. Thank you so much, Monica.
Gracias, Kathy. Thank you, really. Thank you for being here today and have this little chat with us. We like the people to know the organizations, and especially the people who do some collaborations with Cazateatro. We really want them to meet not face to face, but at least Zoom to Zoom.
Zoom to Zoom.
Yes, and
Thank you for inviting me, and thank you for all the work that you do for the community and for partnering with us. We're so grateful and glad to be able to work with you. Glad you're part of the family.
thank you so much.
We're more glad that you take two crazy ones to do some work with the museum, because
Yes.
I don't know how that happened, but I'm so glad that happened.
Well, so am I.
Yeah. No, thank you so much. Thank you for so much, everyone, to be here today. Follow us. We will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. for flavor of the Latinx culture. Learn about Panama. Tomorrow we'll learn a lot of Panama. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.
Good night.
Bye. Gracias.
Bye. Come see us at the Brooks.